What's good, everybody? Israel, and I come back at you with another video. So this video, I have a simple question to ask you. Do you want to be great? Do you want to be great? Right? If you're watching this video and you're nodding your head yes, if deep down internally you feel as though that message, that question is calling you forth, then the answer is yes, right? If you want to be great, then you just have to shake the world. You have to shake the world. What this means is that you need to make a difference in the world, right? Because your greatness is your ability to serve other people. Your greatness is going to be determined by your ability to serve the masses. Because if you are great, if you are the best at something, the best in the world at that thing, but nobody knows, right? Then is that really truly beneficial, right? I'm not sure if you can be the best at this one thing, sure, then you might benefit yourself. But then it becomes harder to justify it as greatness if that one thing that you're exceptional at is not also benefiting the lives of other people. Because the way this universe is created and established, the way this world runs, is by serving other people. All the businesses that exist, right? The world runs on businesses. Why? Because people are employed by businesses, and businesses are, companies or organizations that serve other people. No business is able to survive by serving itself, right? Because the only way to ever earn money is by serving other people. So businesses survive and exist because they serve other people. Schools serve other people, right? Because schools serve children or students, right, to help them get an education, right? So that's serving other people. Any other business, they earn money by serving other people. Restaurants serve other people, right? So it becomes about serving other people. So you can be exceptional at something, but if that's not benefiting the lives of other people, and if you being the best at that thing is not serving other people, then it becomes much harder to justify that as greatness, because your greatness is your ability to serve other people. And you need to understand and remember that you don't actually have to necessarily be good in order to be great, because greatness, right, your ability to serve other people, you don't necessarily have to be good to serve other people, right? You don't necessarily have to be the best to serve other people. There's plenty of businesses that deliver mediocre products or mediocre services, and yet they can be considered as a great company, right? Because they're everywhere, right? An example that I can give is Dunkin' Donuts, right? A lot of people, I don't eat there, right? I don't get any products there, but a lot of people will consider Dunkin' Donuts to be mediocre as far as their coffee, because they can just go to a place like Starbucks or a local mom and pop coffee shop, and they'll probably get much better quality coffee than they would get at Dunkin' Donuts, right? For a lot of people, Dunkin' Donuts is the convenience option. It's not necessarily a place for a lot of people, right? It's not necessarily a place that you would go for quality, for exceptional service and quality of food, right? And yet, even if a lot of people will label that brand or that company as not being good, they're still great because they're pretty much at every corner of the globe, right? Being at almost every corner of the globe, they're able to serve the masses. So even if they're not necessarily good in the eyes of many people, they're still great because they're able to serve other people. So if you want to be great, you have to shake the world. You have to be willing to move the world, right? You need to find a purpose. You need to find something that you're passionate about, something that you're good at, and you want to obsess over that thing. You want to strive to be the best and find ways that you can provide value to other people, to assist other people, to solve their problems, to have their needs met, utilizing your gift, right? That is how you end up making a difference in this lifetime, right? This is how you end up improving your financial status, your financial situation, your relationships with other people, right? This is how you end up leaving your fingerprints in the world, right? You need to think about all the other major inventions that have helped shaped our lives and have helped improve our lives, right? Something so simple as this. This is a water bottle, right? Just imagine how different our lives would be if we didn't have water bottles, where every single time we were thirsty, we had to go to the nearest water fountain or to the nearest well, or right. But because we have this water bottles, we can now carry water with us everywhere. That has solved numerous problems, right, for billions of people all around the world. Something so simple as being able to carry water with you so that you stay hydrated, right? Your life will be completely different without this creation or without this invention. Another example, an airplane, right? Because of airplanes, we can visit other countries a lot faster, a lot quicker, right? We can travel to other places for vacation. Something that was unheard of, to travel to the other hemisphere, the other side of the world, is now possible, and it can happen within a day's time because of an airplane, right? That has changed your life. The iPhone has changed your life. Computers has changed your life and has changed society, right? These are all inventions that were created that has helped change society and the world. And these things, these inventions were created by people no smarter than you. You have the power to create. You are a creator, right? You want to find a purpose and have a why that's so strong that propels you forward to be able to be the best at that thing, at whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you're passionate about, so that you can serve other people. You want to enter such a creative space where it feels as though anytime you get an idea, you have the power to take action on that idea, right? And I'm using myself as an example with content creation. Anytime I get an idea for a video that I want to record, that I know is going to provide value to other people, that I know is going to mean something to someone or to help someone, I immediately take out my phone, open up the notes app on my phone, and write down that idea. Or if I have my notebook right in front of me, right, I always have my notebook with, you could see like the text, right? These are all different ideas that I have. I just take the book, and I write down the idea. And that idea ends up being the title of the video that I, obviously elaborate on as I'm recording the video. So when I get ideas, I'm able to act upon it. This is why I felt that I've always needed to create content, because I've always needed an outlet. I've always had so many ideas, so many things that I wanted to talk about, things that I wanted to share, that I felt was bottled up within, that was bottled up inside of me. And it was effectively doing the world an injustice, because right now, as of the recording of this video, I'm virtually at 500 videos into my channel, right? Because I'm posting every day, Monday through Friday. And each one of those videos has gems in there, right? To help other people, to help people grow, improve, to be better, to help people, tap into the greatness that exists within them, so then they can share that greatness with the world, right? I can obsess over creating content. I can obsess over doing videos, because anytime I get an idea, I can write it down on my phone or write it down in my notebook, press record, and begin recording this, right? I feel powerful doing that, because I can take action and effectively create the idea, bring that idea to life, right? Because the idea is just a thought. And because I'm able to put the thought down and then record a video, I've now created a video from an idea, right? If you have something that you're passionate about, it should be something that you can obsess about. It can be something that it should be something that you can strive to be the best at. Where any single time you get an idea, it's like, okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this, right? So that you can continue growing, improving, and ultimately becoming the best. See, I've seen so many people, companies, businesses remain stagnant and just get comfortable. And because of that, they end up effectively losing in the long run, because it's like they might think something might work now and then it might not work later on, but they'll stick with what worked previously in hopes that something will magically turn around and then things will fall apart. Like, let me give you an example. There are so many restaurants, obviously all across the world, that most would consider to be decent or mediocre. And yet, these folks, it seems to me at least, that they would never or rarely ever reinvent themselves. What I mean by that is, for example, if people say the food at your venue is mediocre, you can see it. It can either be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Most people will label that as a bad thing. If you're a business owner and you hear people say your food is mediocre, right? Most people will label that as a bad thing. The reason why that can be a good thing is because you are hearing from the public their opinion. If that's the overall consensus that it's mediocre, then that is a sign to you that you need to get better and improve. That is a sign to you that you need to experiment with new recipes so that it can be, the same dish, but trying out different variations of that same dish, trying out new different recipes to deliver that same dish to ultimately improve that dish. So then the public can enjoy your food a lot more. Most businesses are not willing to do that, right? That's always been strange to me. Like, I understand most restaurants, right? They have recipes and they want to share those recipes with the public. But if the general consensus is that the food there is already mediocre, then you're going to struggle a lot more in that business, because most people are just going to choose to eat at a place that they can get better food from, right? So that's your cue that you have to get better, that you have to experiment, try new things, always have to be willing to adapt. And that's what I mean. If you want to be great, you have to shake the world. You have to be willing to leave no stone unturned. You have to be willing to try new things, to experiment until you arrive at the best, right? There's some restaurants that can sell, an example, right? Some restaurants that can sell cornbread or biscuits and people complain that it's really dry and nasty. There are millions of biscuit recipes and cornbread recipes that you can try and make and then see if it ends up being better than what your restaurant has been serving, so that if you now serve that instead, things will get better. Eventually, there might end up being a line outside of your venue for people that want to eat at your establishment because of how amazing the food is. Because you decided to improve and get better. Because you decide to better serve other people. You don't have to, like, of course, right? Some businesses, they don't strive on being the best as far as the food or the experience. For some restaurants, they just sell you on convenience and they strive to be the best as far as convenience. And so that is what enables them to be great, because they're able to have a worldwide international reach. But if you're not in that position and you're starting off small, right? You want to be great by you striving to be the best and serving other people with that. You want to show other people something that they've never seen before, right? So then they'll know to come to you because you're one of one. You have to be willing to move the world. You have to be willing to put down, to ignore the naysayers, ignore, right? Like, of course, some people might have constructive criticism. If they do, then great. Like, you can improve, right? But there's going to be a lot of people who are just telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, right? Ignore all those people. Focus on what you have going on. Trust yourself and believe in yourself. Believe that you are good enough, because it's going to be your belief that's going to propel you forward to create the fact, right? I've lasted in YouTube for so long, being able, at the time of this recording, being able to have pretty much close to 500 videos on my channel, posting every single day, because I believed that I was good enough, because I believed that I was ready. Even when I still remember like it was yesterday, when my YouTube channel only had 1 video, 2 videos, 5 videos, right? Those first couple videos I did on my YouTube channel was me sharing stories. It wasn't even necessarily me showing my face, right? Of course, my content has evolved, but the reason why I've been able to be disciplined, dedicated, consistent, persistent is because of my belief in myself, that I'm good enough, that I'm capable, that I should be doing this. And I can obsess over it, because whenever I get an idea, boom, I write it down and then I can create. I can immediately create. You want to find something that makes you so happy, that excites you, that allows you to operate in a creative space where anytime you get an idea, you can act upon it. You can make that thing happen. And I feel like the reality is, I feel like not as many people have that outlet to do that, right? They might have school or they might have work, and then afterwards, they don't feel as though they have something that they can constantly work on or constantly create, or something that they can obsess about. And so they find themselves with idle hands. And so because they don't have anything to do, they just strive to look for things to entertain themselves, right? They end up just reverting into a consumer because they just don't know what they should be doing. They don't know where their talents, right? How to best utilize their talents or their gifts. Want to just find something that you can be the best at, because there's going to be a way that you can serve other people using that gift, right? If I use another example, LeBron James, he's one of the greatest basketball players who have ever lived. He is an active player right now as of the recording of this video, and he is a billionaire. He is, and think about it, an actively playing athlete who is also a billionaire. LeBron James didn't become a billionaire by chasing money. LeBron James did not become a billionaire by chasing money. He enjoyed the game of basketball. He loved the game of basketball. He obsessed over the game of basketball. And because he was able to be one of the best, if not, the best in the NBA during his tenure, right? It allowed him to get paid the big bucks. Endorsement companies threw opportunities at him, right? Nike, right? Because they wanted to work with the best. When you decide to be the best, you can serve other people, and you'll serve them in a manner that other people won't be able to do, right? Playing the game of basketball, most people think, oh yeah, well, that's just, you're just playing a sport. But obviously, you playing the sport can serve as entertainment for other people. That's how they're able, like, these sports teams are able to earn money, because it serves as a form of entertainment to other people. Like, that is how it all works. You need to find something that you're passionate about, something that you can obsess, something that you can be the best at, and strive to be the best at that thing. Have it be something where you can allow your imagination, your creativity to run wild. And then whenever you have an idea, that you can create that thing and just try it and just experiment, right? You want to ultimately end up being as like your own mad scientist when it comes to this process. And that's when life becomes enjoyable, because then it feels as though you can take things in the direction that you want it to go, that you're not following life by the rules or by the playbook or how things should be done, right? You're going in the direction that you want it to go, and so it ends up being what you want it to be, right? And I ultimately want you, at the end of the day, we're here to in life to experience outrageous joy, to be happy. So if you're able to do what you want and you're able to create, which creation happens from the inside out, that is when you are most happy, because you are living in your true form, in your true essence. And as you do that, right, you subconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And you are in your happy place. You feel good, you feel amazing, because you're doing what you're passionate about. You're going after your purpose. You're living out your purpose. And if it means enough to you, right, to fulfill that purpose, right, then you'll eventually make a difference, a positive impact in the lives of other people, right? Always want to think, how can I incorporate this and help fulfill the needs of other people? How can I use what I do, what I know, what I'm passionate about, to help serve other people? Because as you serve other people, then you are now in alignment with the universe and how it all works. You are now participating with the world, how everyone has creation, everyone makes creations, right? If you look at everything everything on earth, everything on the planet, everything with the exception of nature was created in the mind of man. It was created by other people, and it was created by other people to serve other people, right? Like this camera that I'm talking to, this microphone, the water bottle, these notebooks, these were all creations and inventions made by other people that I was able to be a beneficiary of, and you were able to benefit from. You have the power to create things for other people to use and for other people to benefit from. That is how you end up serving other people too, right? So you can use your power, the gifts that you've been given, to create, and your creations will ultimately serve other people. And as you're able to serve the masses, that is how you end up being great. So I want you to strive to be the best at whatever it is that you're passionate about, of whatever it is that you enjoy. And I want you to operate with an unshakable confidence and mentality. Believe in yourself and believe in your work and believe in what you do, because if you don't believe in yourself or what you do, then nobody is going to believe, right? You need to believe in that first, because your belief is what's going to create the fact. Your belief is going to appear as confidence because you believe it, right? So it's confidence, and other people are going to see that confidence and they're going to believe it because you believe it, because you know what you're creating. you know what you're building, right? Trust that you are creating something great, and trust that your creation is what's going to shake the world, that is what's going to make a difference in the lives of other people. So this is a quote that always resonated with me. The idea that everyone in the world needs you, they just don't know who you are yet. And that is how I want you to approach it. Believe in what you do. Believe that you are great. Believe that you are the best. That what it is that you do is truly going to shake the world. That's going to make a difference in the lives of other people. That you are going to serve the masses. It's just a matter of they just don't know who you are yet. It's just, see it as right now, it's just a marketing problem, right? And it's just, if you trust and believe in what you do and operate with supreme confidence, operate with the belief that you are going to win, that it's inevitable for you to win, that it's impossible for you to fail, you are going to constantly put one foot in front of the other. And then when when you are one of the best in the world at what you do, and you're able to serve other people, right? Whether it's a product, whether it's service, whatever it is, then it's just a matter of getting in front of enough people, and then you'll see how much of a difference you can truly make. So I just want you to strive to find your purpose, strive to find the things that you're passionate about, the things that are important to you, and have a strong enough why, the reason why you want to keep going, because then you become an unstoppable force. And if you're operating in a creative space where anytime you get a great idea, you can write it down, you can act upon it, you can, right? Then that is you in your true form. That's you operating as a creator. You're in alignment with yourself. And if using your creations to serve the world, then you are in alignment with the universe and how the world has always been, because we are all beneficiaries of the creations of other people. So you simply want to tap into that same energy. You want to tap into being in alignment with everything, and the rest is going to fall into place. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road to me subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.